You know, sunshine and slightly above freezing temperatures helped many North Texas roads yesterday, but we're not done with the icy roads just yet. So please take it extra easy on those bridges and elevated surfaces where slick spots may still exist this morning. Let's get to our Tiffany Liu, who joins us live this morning from the High Five. Good morning to you, Tiffany. The sun just starting to rise here. Have things improved a bit?
Yeah, well, Cleo, I've been out here for 2 days covering this, and I feel pretty good this morning. Only one beanie. I don't even have gloves on right now. And the High Five, if you look behind me, it's actually looking pretty good. Cars are traveling at a normal pace, and there's not a whole lot on the roads. Yesterday, this was covered in sheets of ice, and today cars are kind of back to normal. Most of the snow and ice has melted, except for on the side of the roads. We started to get that break yesterday when we saw the snow and ice start to melt. And while the highways look pretty great this morning, like Stacia mentioned, there are still patches here and there and can be hard to see, especially on those local streets that didn't get as much sun and traffic. It's hard to complain though, you guys. If you compare it to what we saw yesterday, a lot of cars had lost control on the ice, swerving, facing the wrong direction on the roads. We saw it happen with our own eyes on the highways, the ramps, the bridges, and city streets too. Some pretty scary situations across the DFW area yesterday. Now, the good thing is what we saw this year, far better than what we saw last year during the winter storm. Less people were out driving, less incidents, but nevertheless, you guys, the last 2 days have kept first responders very, very busy, and surely insurance companies and body shops are going to be getting a lot of calls in the next few days. To give you guys a perspective, within 48 hours, Dallas Fire Rescue responded to 30 down power lines, 48 water cutoffs, and 231 accidents. But back here live this morning, the High Five again, looking decent. Drivers seem like they're feeling more confident out there, and I'm feeling pretty good about today too, Cleo.
Tiffany, I know you've been out there for like 2 days now, right? And it definitely looks much different from yesterday. Did Tex.Crew say what the overpasses are looking like this morning?
I haven't talked to TxDOT this morning, but just from our perspective, you can actually see, I'm going to have Albert pan the camera down here. But you can see the sidewalks here, still icy. This is like snow, but there are icy patches underneath here. And if we come toward the street, because we are on the Churchill Way overpass, this is still pretty icy. So you want to be careful if you are driving on these bridges. It's going to be the last place to melt. All this super, super slick right now. So again, like Stacia was mentioning earlier, you want to be careful because there are still icy patches out there. But Cleo,
right.
That's about it from out here.
Thanks there, Tiffany. We'll check back in with you in a couple minutes or so. Like Tiffany had mentioned, while the melting is wonderful for travel, it still brings the concern for some black ice to develop in some spots. So if you're new to North Texas and weather like this, black ice is one of the most dangerous types of ice because it's really hard to see and it can be thinly coated on the road. The best thing you can do if you start to slid on black ice is go ahead and take your foot off the gas and brake and just ride it out. Steer into a clear path for a few more feet until you can get some traction there.